Okay, boys and girls, so here are the answers for choice board number 3. So for the first choice board, the first square right here, you were supposed to watch a video from Math Antics. You were supposed to watch the base 10. And I put on there to take notes during the video. Okay, so my notes would be to write down the place value chart and look. What do you see that's new here? 1/1000ths. When did I tell you you would learn about 1/1000ths? In 5th grade. Okay, so I might as well get you started on that since we're getting ready for 5th grade anyway. So I could give you an example, okay? And I could write a decimal here. And I could say that this decimal has 5/10ths, 400ths, and 6/1000ths. So if I was going to write this decimal as a fraction, I would write the 546 over 1,000. Okay, so this is just an example. I will post the answer key. Okay, it's right here. I'll post it on my Clever Teacher page so you can see it. And I'll also post it on Dojo. This square right here says write a story problem using these numbers. So you can just make one up, okay? You can say something like, I went to the store, okay, and I bought a pack of meat for $5.60. I bought some cookies for $3.09, and I bought some chips for $2.85. Okay, and you could make something up like, what's the total amount that I spent? So what am I going to do to find the total? I'm going to add all my prices. So remember, something you could do is add 2 first, then add the third one. That way it doesn't get complicated. 8 plus 7, 15, 11. So how much did I spend at the store? $11.54. Okay? Let's go to this part right here. It was complete and check. The first one was $100 minus $29.20. So you do your subtraction. Okay, and this one I have to subtract all the way across zeros. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 2 is 7. My answer is $70.80. But remember, you always need to check. How do you check? You add your answer plus the bottom number. And if you get $100, you got it right. Okay? So you need to make sure and check all of them. Let's do $50 minus $34.80. Again, I have to subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5. $15.20. So now I'm going to add $34.80 plus $15.20. And look, I get $50. So that means I got it right. $20 minus $11.99. Okay, I do my subtraction across zeros. 10 minus 9, 1. 9 minus 9, 0. 9 minus 1, 8. I got $8.01. So let me add those. Okay, 9 plus 1 is 10, 10, 10, 20. $20. That means I got them right. Okay? All right, let's go to this section of your choice board here. All you got to do is complete 2 lessons. Okay, so you do 2, check, you're done. Here, I wanted to go over some rules for Education Galaxy. Rule number 1, complete 1 lesson for math and 1 lesson for science. Okay, that's for the math and science choice board. Okay, so you got to do 1 lesson for each. Rule number 2, very important. You pick 1 lesson and you finish it. Okay, I have been looking on Education Galaxy and I see some of you are opening lessons and you're not finishing them. Okay, I can tell how long you spent on each lesson It tells me the minutes. It also tells me how many questions you have finished. Okay, there's 10 questions. So if I see a 4, then I know that you didn't finish. You just clicked out of it. If you start a lesson, you need to finish it. Even if, let's say you started it, you only got to do 4 questions and then your mom was like, hey, you need to get off because it's time to eat. Well, later on, when you log back on, you need to continue that one lesson that you already started. Okay, so don't start another one and then another one. You need to finish it. Rule number 3, do not take the same lesson more than once. Another thing I have been seeing is if you got a bad grade, so you finished the quiz and you got a 50, and you're like, oh no, I got a 50. So you do the same lesson again. And you guys, it's the same questions. I know because I've taken the quizzes. So I know that it's the exact same questions. So the first time you got a 50, the second time you got a 60. And then you're like, oh no, a 60 is still bad. So then you take it again. And then the third time, you get 100 all of a sudden. Well, guess what? I'm not going to count the second and the third one. I'm only going to count the one that you did first. So you're just wasting your time taking the lesson again. So one time. Last rule, you watch the video to review. So every lesson, when you click on it, there's a video, a mini lesson video that you can watch before you even do any of the work. If I were you, I would watch that video. That way you can review and you can understand what kind of problems you're going to get, and it'll help you get a better grade. Watch the video. Okay, now let's go to this square right here. Complete and check. There were 4 different division problems. The first one was 298 divided by 4. Okay, 4 goes into 29, 7 times. 7 times 4, 28. 29 minus 28, 1. Bring down the 8. Repeat. 4 goes into 18, 4 times. 4 times 4, 16. 18 minus 16 is 2. There's nothing else I can do. The 4 cannot go into the 2. The 2 becomes my remainder. So 74, remainder 2. Next one, 345 divided by 3. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 times 1, 3. 3 minus 3, 0. Bring down the 4. Repeat. 3 goes into 4 one time. 3 times 1, 3. 4 minus 3, 1. Bring down the 5. Repeat. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 3 times 5, 15. 15 minus 15, 0. I'm done. This one had no remainder, 115. The next one, 1,216 divided by 5. 5 goes into 12, 2 times. 5 minus 2, 5 times 2, 10. 12 minus 10, 2. Bring down the next number, 21. Repeat. 5 goes into 21, 4 times. 5 times 4, 20. 21 minus 21. Bring down the 6. Repeat. 5 goes into 16, 3 times. 5 times 3, 15. 16 minus 15, 1. Once you get that 1, there's nothing you can do. It becomes your remainder. 243, remainder 1. And then the last one we have to do is 991 divided by 8. Okay? 8 goes into 9 one time. 8 times 1 is 8. 9 minus 8, 1. Bring down the 9. 8 goes into 19 2 times. 8 times 2, 16. 19 minus 16 is a 3. Bring down the 1. Repeat. 8 goes into 32 3 times. 8 times 3, 24. 31 minus 24, 7. There's nothing I could do. My answer, the 7 becomes my remainder. 123, remainder 7 is my final answer. Now notice it says complete and check. How do we check division? With multiplication. Okay? So I'll just do a couple right here. So let's see, 298 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 4 is 36 plus 3, 9. Right? And then 36, 39. And then 4 times 2 is 8. Wait, I did the wrong one. Sorry. 74 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 1, 29. And then I add the 2 remainder. So 296 plus 2 is 298. Okay? So this is an example of what you should do to check your work. Okay? You multiply your quotient by your divisor, and if you get the dividend, if you get the number in the inside, you got it right. And remember, you always add the remainder. So you multiply. So this is the quotient, this is the divisor, and then you get your dividend, which is the whatever's inside, but then you have to add your remainder. So like this 2 represents the remainder. Okay? All right. This square up here, complete a science lesson from Ms. Niehaus. So you look at the ancillary activity, whatever's on there, you complete that. Post a picture. This choice board was the food chain activity. Okay? This square here, Venn diagram. All you're doing with the Venn diagram is comparing and contrasting. So I could just think of random things. Okay, well, multiplication, it involves multiplying 2 products. Well, 2 factors. And when you multiply the factors, you end up with a product. So let me go ahead and put factors. Okay, the factor is the numbers that you're multiplying, and the answer is your product. Now when you think of division, it's different, because whenever you get your answer, that's actually called the quotient. And what you're dividing is you have your dividend, and you divide it by the divisor. And when you do this, then you end up with your answer, which is really the quotient. Also, you can write the word remainder here, okay? Because sometimes when you divide, you do not have equal groups. So that means you have a remainder, okay? What can I say about both? Well, they're both operations, right? So I could put that in the middle. They're also both math, related to math, okay? And that's enough, okay? There's probably a lot more that I could put, but as long as you have 2 or 3 for each, you're fine. And then down here is another Math Antics video. So you're supposed to watch the video, and then you're supposed to take some notes. Well, this is multi-digit multiplication. So the first one is a 2-digit by 2-digit, which we've already done. So we all know how to do these. So let me review. Okay, so first we do, remember, you pretend like it's just the ones. No tens right now. So right now I'm doing 23 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. Now I'm gonna move over and multiply my tens. So anytime I need to move over and multiply my tens, I have to put a 0 right there. Then I can start putting my numbers in the tens place. 3 times 1 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2. Then I just add both of them, and that's my answer. Okay, now something new. With the multi-digit multiplication, something new is 3-digit by 2-digit. Okay, and it's the same thing, it's just a little extra step, because instead of 2 by 2, it's a 3 by 2. So here we go. 6 times 3 is 18. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 1, 25. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So there, I multiplied my ones. So now I'm going to move over and multiply my tens. So I gotta put a 0 right here. And then I'm gonna cross these out because those are from the other one. I don't need them for this one. 6 times 4 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 2 is 34. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 7. Then I add both of them. 8, 5 plus 4 is 9, 7,998. Okay? And if you would like, you can always check with a calculator. Okay? it's okay if you check with the calculator. I will know if you did the work on your own because I can look at this, okay? If you have 2 rows and if you have your numbers on top where you regrouped, then it's easy for me to know that you actually did the work. And that's it. I will post this page on my Clever Teacher page. I'll also post it on Dojo. And I will also post the answer keys for the math antics so that you can check your work. You can have your mom or your dad or your sister or brother check your work if you want, or you can just check it yourself.